There we go. We're live. So I'm here with my buddy Tammy today, and I have something special I'm going to show you. I think it's a lot of fun. You don't need a machine at all. You just need a pair of scissors or a cutter of this sort, or even just an X-Acto knife. Just anything that you have that you can cut paper with. So Tammy, what you up to today besides your computer being broken?
I'm sitting here pouting because my computer's broken.
I understand. Yeah, because you can't even work your machines or anything, right? Unless you had something saved and then you could do it from your phone, right? Isn't that how that app works? If you have something saved, I gotta get some coffee, y'all. Hey, Rebecca, how you doing? Look, I dragged out my Christmas mug with the reindeer on it. Hey, Judy, how are you? Welcome. Tammy and I were just talking about how she's pouting because her computer died yesterday. So she's going to try to get it fixed. Did you ask your daughter about sharing hers yet?
Yeah, but hers don't have enough of stuff to run the Silhouette Studio. So
Oh, bummer. Oh my gosh. So where'd you take it? Like into Best Buy or something like that? Hey,
no,
Tina, how are you?
there's a
What?
shop. It's called the Computer Hospital. It's only about a mile from my house. So
Oh, cool.
yeah, she said it's just the keyboard. That's the only thing wrong with it. There's
I
some,
was wondering if you could just get a separate keyboard and plug it in for the time being.
yeah, probably so. It talks about doing that, but I'm gonna let her, let them fix it and get it over with.
Right. Because keyboards aren't, I don't think, very expensive. Matter
No,
of fact, because I have a separate keyboard for my desktop here.
yeah, I know.
So,
It's a big ouch.
yeah, it's a big ouch. Well, let me show you what I'm going to show you how to make today. And it's this tree. And I got to be careful because you know how I mess my fingers up with stickles. I'm going to show you how to make this tree. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I just love it. It makes me so happy. I just did it with paper that I got from the Dollar Tree. So I just got a big old roll of this paper from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to show you how to make those. I know, Rebecca, I would die. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh. I just, I'm so thrilled with how this turned out. Up
it,
here, I just wrote Merry Christmas on there myself. Then I painted in some little snowflakes. And to do that, I just used one of these jelly roll pens. If you can see jelly roll. Yeah. I used one of these to make the little snowflakes and to write in my sentiment. And down here, I don't know if you can tell or not. You might be able to. Yeah, you can see barely that that's textured. I just tore that paper and I ran it through my Cuttlebug. Well, I have a Big Shot too, but I ran it through my Cuttlebug. And I was going to show how to do that in case some of you don't have a Cuttlebug or a Big Shot or whatever any of those other ones are called. And you're wondering, what are we talking about all the time? So anyway, thanks, Rebecca. I love it too. It just makes me happy. So let's see. Let's look down here at my desktop now. Is my that out of the? Oh my gosh! I almost put my phone on top of my card. Those stickles are still wet. Jeez. All right, there we go. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to show you in some
you're up.
plain. You're what? Upside down?
Yeah,
I can fix that because I can fix that easily here. And you might be. Is it? Can you see it? It's right way that way, isn't it?
no,
Okay.
it's backwards to us.
It's backwards. What about if I do, let's say this.
So your
So
hand,
I'm going to do upside down and
there you,
mirror.
there you go.
Okay, there you go. Okay. So move you over this way a little bit. Okay. Ooh, I should have fixed my fingernails. Oh well. You get me as I am. So anyway, so what I did was I already cut out some of these papers so you didn't have to watch me do that. As I said, you can cut these papers out with an X-Acto knife, which I was doing here with my X-Acto knife, or you can do it with your paper trimmer, however you want to. So, and I cut mine out of the wrapping paper as I showed you. For those of you just coming in right now, I'm showing how to make this. Whoopsie. Okay.
So
This tree right here. Oops, I made it upside down for you. Huh, there. I'm making this tree right here This one I made out of wrapping paper from the Dollar Tree, but I'm going to show you how to make it just out of any paper that you have around the house. This happens to be just some I put my finger in the stickles. I told you guys I would. Oh well. Anyway, so you make 3 different sizes or 4 depending on what you want to do. This one's 1, 2, 3.5 inches square. This one's probably the 3-inch square. And you can make them any sizes you want to. This isn't set in stone. This one right here is 2.5 inches, and this one must be 2. So you get 4 different sizes. And what we've seen people do, Tammy and I saw some people doing this from years ago. They get these paper packs that you can get pretty inexpensively from, where do we get them, Tammy? From
Tuesday morning.
Oh yeah, Tuesday morning. Thanks. And you can get these paper packs. I bet they have pretty Christmas ones right now too. It's best if you use paper. Don't try to use cardstock because you won't be able to fold it and make nice sharp creases. So let's see. I'm going to move this card way out of my way so I don't touch it. Oh. Okay, so here's all you have to do to make these really super trees. And maybe I should actually put it down here so you can look at it so you know what you're making while I'm doing it. That's what we're making. There we go. And I have some little notes to myself, and maybe you'll want to write some notes like this too. Let's pretend this is my pretty side of my paper. So I'll just put PS on here so we remember that's the pretty side. This is just for our sample that we're making today. So if this is the pretty side, then this is the ugly side or the wrong side. Well, we start with the pretty side up. To do this, all you have to do is fold it in half like this. Right, like that. Give it a nice crease. If you have a bone folder, of course, you can. There's a funny kind of a noise, isn't there? Do you hear that?
Yeah, I hear it.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what it's from. Might be my mic. Well, I'm going to fold this up like this. And then I'm going to take it and fold it the other way. So basically, I've made a cross in the center just like that. Okay. After you make the cross in the center just like this, you're going to turn it so the pretty side is face down. Then you're going to take one of the corners and just fold it diagonally. I'm going to check and make sure what mic I'm using. I should be using my, hang on one sec. I'm using the right mic. Okay. Okay. So what I've done so far again is I had the pretty side up. I folded it this way, and then I folded it this way. Next thing I did was I turned it so the pretty side was on the back. Then I folded it diagonally just one time like that. Okay. The next thing you have to do now, you're not going to be able to see this really, really well, so I'm going to draw on it with a big fat pencil, the kind we had in first grade. So I'm going to just show you. Here's the diagonal line. I want that the diagonal line pointing to my belly button. Okay, so there's the diagonal line. Point it towards your belly button. And then just so that you can see it, there's that original square, one of them that I made is right here. So with that pointed to my belly button, all I'm going to do is take this line right here. This where I originally folded it. I can't understand where that noise is coming from. Maybe I need to turn my volume down. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to take this line right here. This is pointed to my belly button. Fold this right here so it folds in the center spot, and bring this line right up to that diagonal line at the top. I wish I could make it so you can see it a little bit better. I'm trying to see if the shadow, there we go. Maybe you can see it a little bit now. So here's that fold line that I marked right here. I'm going to fold that fold line up so it meets this diagonal line that was a fold. And I'm making sure to crease it right in the very center. So I'll show you that in a sec. You should be able to see it, I hope. Okay. Well, I didn't get it exactly in the center, so let me try that again. So I'm going to go like this, fold that up there, and this time get it right smack dab in the center. So this might throw me off a little bit. Okay, so I have that folded right in the center. So I have the original folds, and now I have one that goes like this. So I still have this thing pointing towards my belly button, that original diagonal line, And I'm going to take this one now and fold it up. Let's see, I think I'm getting confused because I messed that up. Okay, I'm going to take this one up here, fold it right on that diagonal. That's the one I just did. So I'm going to take this one now and bring it up. Okay, so what I did, I'll do it again another time so you can see it. I'm going to take this one right here and I folded it up to meet that diagonal line right there and gave it a nice sharp crease. Then I'm going to do the same thing to the other side of that one. So here's that little fold that I marked. I'm going to bring it up here to this diagonal line right there. So this fold is meeting this diagonal line. And I'm going to make sure I'm going to fold it right smack dab in the center. Sometimes I even like to mark exactly where the center is on this side. So I'm sure to do that. And I'll just fold it like this. And that's pretty much all you have to do. Those should be right smack dab in the center. So all you do now is turn your paper over. And I should do one with a pretty side. Let me do that in just a sec. You know that original diagonal line that we folded, right? All you have to do now is take this, pick that up, push them in like this. And there you have one little part of your tree, like one part of this. Okay, so let me show it to you. I'm going to cut a piece of paper so I can show it to you with some paper you can actually see the right side and the wrong side. So I'll just use this. Oh, no, I won't. I'll use this. I'll use this polka dot stuff. And I'll just cut one that's sort of large. So I'm going to cut this one about 3.5 by 3.5 inches square. Okay, so there we go. 3.5. And make another one 3.5. I need it to be perfect square. This is just one of the sizes that we'll use. All right, this one will probably be a lot easier for you to see. So here it is. Remember, we start pretty side up. Then we just go ahead and fold this side to side like that. Give it a nice crease. If you have a bone folder, you can use that. If Stephanie likes to use her scissor handle like this, okay. Once you do that, pretty side is still up facing you. Fold it in half again, like that. Again, use a bone folder or the handle of your scissors. Okay, once you've done those two folds, this and this, you're going to turn it over so the wrong side is facing up. And now you're going to take the point and bring it up here and crease again. Just like that. Okay. All right. So now, do you remember the next part of the directions? It says to take that pointy or the diagonal line and point it towards your belly button, just like that. Then you're going to take this piece right here, and I could draw these lines a little bit, just kind of sloppily, so you can see where the lines are better. Okay, there's the diagonal line. This is pointing towards my belly button. I'm going to take this fold right here, bring it up, make that fold touch this line up here, and make it go through the center like that, and then crease it, just like that. After that one's done, I'll do the same thing to the other side. This is pointing to my belly button. Take this side, this line, bring it up, and match this fold, and make sure I'm going through the center with there. There we go. And that's pretty much all you have to do. All you do now is turn it over, find your original diagonal line. Okay, so it's easier to find it over here too, because I can see that's where my original diagonal line is. So then turn it over, take my diagonal line, pinch it, and push it together. And that makes another part of your tree just like that. So all you do is do those 3 different sizes or 4 different sizes, and you can end up with a beautiful card like this. So again, for this card, all I did was I used wrapping paper from the Dollar Tree, which I think is gorgeous. I used just some regular cardstock here that I ran through my Cuttlebug, and I just wrote Merry Christmas again with a jelly roll pen, and I added these little snowflakes with this, and you can see where I smeared the stickle. See, I always do it right there. But okay, so let me show you about the Cuddle Bug in case you don't have one or you don't know how they work. Let's get that little thing out. Here's the Cuddle Bug. There are lots of different brands that you can use. This is my Cuddle Bug, and I'm going to open it up like this. Okay, to do the snowflake, let me show you what I have. This is from Tim Holtz. I bought this one. And what it's going to do, it's going to put an impression. It's going to emboss the snowflakes onto my cardstock. So all I have to do is get a piece of cardstock. And I wasn't prepared with that. Get a piece. I'll get one of these back here. Okay. And I'm just going to rip it. Okay. So what I'm doing now is I'm putting the cardstock in this little folder like that. And then for the Cuddle Bug, let me move this over so I can show you. For the Cuddle Bug, you have 3 different things, and probably for almost every machine you do. There's the base plate, and then a plate that you put on top of that. Then you put your folder inside of that, and then another plate on top of that. So you're making a sandwich. Okay. Then all you do is open that Cuddle Bug back up again. Put it over here. To make sure I leave it a place where I like it because it has little suction feet. So once you open it, it doesn't shift all around. So then there's a handle on the side facing me. I just feed this through here and just crank the handle. It's really easy. There's no strain at all doing this handle. Take it out the other side. I'll close my Cuddle Bug back up so I can move it. And like the Cuddle Bugs aren't even for sale anymore. That's just an older machine I have, but there are plenty other ones that do the same thing. So I just take these pieces apart, open this up, and let's see, how can I show you? There, you can see it. Look at that.
Nice.
I love this. And so all I did on my card was I wanted the edge to line up, but I wanted it to look a little bit like, mountains, snows, whatever. So I just did like this, as you can maybe have seen on my card here. I put a couple of layers, but I don't think you can really tell that here. But I just wanted it to look like there was snow on there. So that's all there is to it. Again, I'll show you one last time for anybody that's come in a little bit later. You need to have a perfect square. This is not a perfect square, so I'm going to make it a square. So let's see. I'm going to see what size it is, what width it is. Let's see. What is that? 2.5. It's supposed to be 2.5, I guess. Let me fix that so it's really a good 2.5. 2.5 by 2.5. So again, the first thing you do is just start with it pretty side up to make a tree like this. Let me clear off my mess. Okay. Pretty side up like this. Fold it once. Oh, and then I didn't show you, but all you do is glue these inside of each other. Turn it, fold it. I think I need a sip of my coffee. So the first 2 folds are pretty side up. Turn it over. Do a diagonal from side, point to point. Okay, with that done, have this diagonal line face your belly button, point to your belly button, and then you take this little square that you're not going to be able to see, but if you roll back on the video, you'll be able to see it better. There's that little fold here. Let's see, what light could I turn out that might make it better? That one didn't really help. Well, there's that little fold there. I'm going to take it up here and match it to the diagonal line right through the center right here and crease it. After I've done that side, I'm going to do the same thing. Make sure this diagonal line that I made, let's see. Let me try this. Yeah, that's better. Make sure that that diagonal line is still facing my belly button. Then I'll take this side, this one right here, okay, and take it up and make it meet, oopsie, fold it right there, again through the center and crease it. That's all there is to it. Then what you're going to do is you're going to find the original diagonal line right here. It's easy to find on this side for me anyway. Turn your paper over, take the diagonal lines, pinch them, push them in, and that makes, maybe this is the top of your tree. And of course, you can make these out of any pretty colored papers that you have. You might like to put a star on top. Maybe you have beads and you'd like to, if you're not using pattern paper like this, you'd like to put beads for ornaments. There's all kinds of ways you could dress it up. But I was just happy to do this one.
Oh, I
And I
love
wanted to share it with you guys because I thought maybe you might like to make some trees like this too. So thanks so much for joining me. Hey, if you guys have any suggestions for a video you'd like me to do, let me know. By the way, we do have 2 winners, but I don't have their names right with me. The winners that won the watercolor sets. So I'll post those on the next video that I do, and I'll also post them in our Facebook group. So if you're not a member of the Facebook groups, join over there so you can see if you happen to win. Oh, and by the way, the people that win, I will comment below your comment where you joined the giveaway. So anyway, all right. Thanks a lot for joining me, you guys. See you again soon.
Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell.
Yeah, don't forget to subscribe because a lot of people look like you're not subscribed. And I really like to have you subscribe and just up my numbers just because it's a lot of fun to watch it grow. So thanks, Tammy. See you
You
guys later.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.